Welcome to 30 Miles Out Kayak Fishing TV. 30 Miles Out is presented by McCain High Performance Rods. Make every cast count.
Brian, what's the deal with this new reverse?
They say it's full power reverse, which is, you don't really get that until you get this thing on the water, but you can go just as fast backwards as you can forward. If you have a propeller, it's not going to be as efficient going backwards. And so, there's just only going to be a lot of uses for that, I think. You just put your feet to neutral and then you just pull either one of the levers to either go forward or pull it to go in reverse.
Do you feel like you're going just as fast?
Oh yeah, easily.
Let's see you go.
Okay.
Oh wow. You were saying some guys troll in reverse.
Yeah.
Brian's saying some guys put their rods out in the front and they troll in reverse so they can sit there with their arms folded and watch their rods. That's pretty cool. So it looks like we are going to find some uses for that Hobie reverse. We got Brian Sees with us this morning, and we're going to cruise a flat that's not far from the one that we usually fish, but I hear a lot of good things about this one. You come over here every now and then? Yeah,
I usually launch here before kayaks in my center console boat. Would launch here. It's a beautiful facility that they have here. There's some really good fishing really close by, so good flats here on either side, even across the way, although it gets busy in the summertime. Some good flats over there too, so a lot within a very short distance of here. Some good fishing.
What you do? There we go. Started throwing the Gulp ripple mullet. Oh, popped off. Right the boat. Alright, I feel like dragging some pins, live pinfish behind the boat on bobbers this morning, so I just tied a little surgeon's loop on a piece of Berkley Trilene 25-pound test. I'm going to put a jig head on the end of this. I can put a little more Gulp on that, and that attracts them. That's almost like chumming. I just tie them straight to the main line. Got a loop on that end. So look at something like that. Jig head on the bottom. I'll put Gulp on the jig head, and I'll put Gulp on that. This old Gulp shrimp had the tail bit off already by Pensacola. That's the gross part. Go live. Little bitty piece. Let's go fish around this boat and this old nasty house and this nasty boat. So I was taking my Gulp on a 1/4 ounce jig head and I was just bumping it on bottom real nice and easy around all the piers and pilings. Then all of a sudden I got a big old whack. Red.
Yeah, you did.
Right by the piling. This guy was a little undersized, but check out all those cool spots. You got some spots on him. Now that we're in a fall pattern, I'm doing a lot less top water and a lot more low and slow with the Gulp on bottom. Lifting it 1-2 and letting it fall. So what I'm noticing right now with Brian, he's got a tailwind fishing these docks. And then he's able to just back up a little bit and fish the pilings. Back up a little bit, fish the pilings. Hold his position a lot easier. So that's one advantage we've noticed to the reverse on the Hobie. So you just leaving it in reverse?
Yeah, I have been.
Yeah. He's just leaving it in reverse and just letting that wind blow him a little bit, and he backs up. Pretty sweet. I've never been in there, but I've seen it. More lizards. Pain in the booty. I just wanted to share this with y'all. Me and Brian made the corner to get out of this east wind coming this way. So we found a bank line that's running this way. And we got over here, it's just this huge sand flat with some grass patches. Check it out, it's just too beautiful to leave. Hadn't done much good yet, but other than pins and lizards, but and we're going to continue to throw these grass patches and see if we can turn up something. We're dragging pinfish behind us. I used that leader I just showed y'all, and I caught a couple pins and threw them out behind us. I have a slightly stouter rod with me when I do this pin fishing. Tactical angler clip, put a 25-pound leader and a cord. Down here in Florida, you never know what'll grab a live pinfish. You never know. While we're throwing this in front of us. The good thing about these 3-inch Gulp shrimp is that when the pins are bad, they can't hardly get that off of there. Next up a little bigger. This ain't no lizard. Gulp. Got him on a Gulp shrimp, 3-inch shrimp. Gaff top.
Gaff top are a snotty, nasty mess.
It's a testament to how much stink those, well, that's actually a jerk shad I got on there now.
Well, I was on my way to go see what Theresa was up to when I hung this gaff top. Let's go over there and see what she is doing and what she's been catching. So Theresa, I saw you anchored out over there. What were you doing?
I was doing what I typically do, where I want to anchor out and put out one rod in the back and fish out of the front. Bait, jerk shad. I caught some pinfish and threw them out back, and then I was throwing my jerk shad out front for redfish and whatever would bite. So I'd cut up some Gulp and I was trying to catch some pinfish, and I caught this little puffer fish. I went to go catch up with you guys, see if y'all caught anything, and I was trolling a pinfish off the back and something hit it. I thought maybe I caught a nice sized redfish, but I had caught a little baby Atlantic sharpnose, and I was searching for my pliers because these little boogers have a whole bunch of teeth. While I was anchored out over there, I caught me a little show.
So you had some dolphins playing around you, didn't you?
Yeah, I caught the tail end of his little act here. He was playing with it up by shore, just throwing fish left and right out of the water, but I finally caught him playing with one.
Well, he's getting towed.
Looks like Brian's hooked up to a nice fish. Let's go see.
What is that? Red? Nice. Ooh, that's a nice fish. That's a keeper. Gulp shrimp?
Yeah.
Let me see that. Oh, yeah.
Brian had caught a nice keeper-sized red, once again around the docks, bumping Gulp on the bottom. They were tending to hang around these pylons and all this structure.
That's what he got him on right there. Oh my gosh. Somehow I'm in a sliver.
As I was trolling by that dock, my live pinfish somehow got wrapped around that dock and made a mess. But we got it untangled. We're going to start heading back in. What a fun day with Brian. Hey, I'd like to thank Brian for hanging out with us and actually showing me a couple cool spots around those docks over at Shoreline Park. Hey, if you ever go to Gulf Breeze, right there outside of Pensacola, check out that Shoreline Park if you do some yakking, because there's a lot of good grass flats right there. As you can see, they got a lot of nice parking spaces, and you can see the gazebos. They got a dozen gazebos out there. Nice bathrooms and nice outdoor showers. So dragging the pinfish behind you paid off once again, right?
Always does.
Yeah. Topwater bite was slow today, right?
Yeah, it was. There was no topwater bite.
Yeah, I got one whack and that was it. So going with the gulp, low and slow, I lift 1, 2 and let it drop. Hey, What Nation, thanks a lot for watching 30 Miles Out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. What?
If you've never had a bite of this, you're missing out. Oh, it's so good. Tastes like chicken.